Hello YouTube, this is Ravenwood, and today we're on the effing roof. Alright, today it'll be Ravenwood's Redneck Roofing Corner. What I'm going to be doing today is putting ridge vents on. Because whenever the house was bought, we made a deal with the previous owner to it had hail damage, so they did it on their insurance to replace the roof, and the roofing contractor was supposed to replace the ridge vents, and guess what, you can see right there and down there, they didn't. The funny thing is, I didn't even notice it for a year. Last year the air conditioner was running wide open about July, and it wouldn't even get cold in the house. 77 is about the best it could do. In this case here, it's already been cut out. It's got the slots on each side for ridge vent. It had it previously. So I can't show you how if your house does not have ridge vents. I'm not going to be able to show you how to do it, but it's pretty simple. I would rather have about another inch on each side, but it varies from back and forth. But one way you could do it is to get you a chalk line skill saw and mark it out, and then run your skill saw down each side and pull it all off. Mine was a lot simpler. I didn't want to bore everybody with me taking pulling the old ridge caps off, and getting up the trash and all that boring crap. So now we're getting down to the real work, which is going to be a whole lot easier than doing a tear outs. But and I'll show you some of the stuff I have to work with up here. In a second, when I put this on the tripod, I'll show you. So you have to catch your ridge vent cap shingles, which is very simple. You just get your shingles and your little square. But what I've used, a little pry bar, leaf blower, utility knife, tool bag, plenty of water, have a radio, and for the last little screws, you take the roof cement to seal up over nails, to seal up over the nails. And this time I'm just using a little cheap hammer. The hammers, the hammer they use in other remodels, it's the big heavy framing hammer, but I used it in that ultimate remodel home that I had remodeled probably about 15 years ago. So I'm just going to use the cheap wood hammer, and I'm going to be using these Cobra Ridge Vent 3s. Yeah, which I hear a lot of good stuff about them. And when you do your tear outs, one thing that's been good to show is I started on this end with laps. Alright, I reached under and peeled the laps up, and if you pull it back, you could just peel it off like you peeling the skin off of a snake. You get so far up and fold it up, and I made sure I had all the nails out of it, and I tossed it down there so I'll be able to just back the Jeep up to it and load it up and haul it off. But one thing I found out about this contractor too, he left nails all over the freaking place. My Gold Jeep there, when I first come here, it looked like I had porcupine tires, all the nails sticking out of it. I had so many nails in my tires, and since I've been up here, they must have just dropped the nails, and every time we get a good rain, it just go down and bounce off. We had those leaf guards, so it go off getting the driveway in the freaking yard, and it gives all those flat tires. Just luckily they haven't been stepped on it. Another thing, I don't like the way that roofer did. This is the way he did the aluminum for the siding. He done a real crappy job. Now I was gonna give some bad reviews, but when I start talking about it, nobody won't tell me who it was. So he's from Greer, but roof looks okay. It's just the freaking nails, and I'm not putting the darn ridge vents on here. So I'm gonna put this on the tripod and cut those few last shingles that I have for the cap shingles. And another thing is you'll tear your knees up on the roof. I used to have an old couch cushion. You pull the cover off of it and use the foam, it'll stick to the roof good. I have an old pillow I use, Mechanicin. It's a little bit slippery. You slide a little bit when you use it, but still it won't tear the knees up. And I started out this job topless with no hat, but once the sun got past those trees, I started getting roasted, so I had to go get some more cold water and all, and before I started putting the vent caps on. Another thing about it, if you use, I got the big heavy duty trash bag, and all the small stuff I bagged it up, then take and blow all the fine stuff off so that you get a good cap on it. And you probably can't see, but we have blown insulation, so if you use a leaf blower, don't blow directly down in there. It'll blow your insulation all over the attic. And another thing I got to check to see if they put soffit vents. Since they have ridge vents to start with, it's probably got vented soffits down up on each side of the front and the back of the house. So we should be good on it, and that way it'll allow the heat through convection, and the heat to come up and pull the cool air in from the outside and keep it from cooking the house so bad. But yeah, we were wondering why the air conditioner was running like heck, but it wasn't cooling no less than like 76 degrees and running constantly. So another thing, it's dark shingles too. I like the dark gray. I had brown on it, but for here in the south, you know, it's pretty much you need ridge vents if you just don't like spending a lot of money on your power bill. So I'm gonna get started on this, and it'll probably be a half-hour video part 1 and a half-hour video part 2. So I haven't got this camera program where well, let's just say we'll get to going on it, and then I'll do as far as we can on the first section, part 1, and then I'll show you the finished product. So right now I'm not going to cap the part over the carport, so that's maybe a tomorrow or even next weekend job. So let's put this puppy on the bipod and get started at it. What you want to do is you slot lines on each side of your shingles. Just take your little square, line it up, scar it. First thing I like to do is just to, once you do the tear out, for me, I like to get it all cleaned up, get everything off the roof, and that helps prevent you from being a hazard, a true hazard in the fall. This house does not have a very steep pitch to it, so I'm not using any safety harness or lanyards or nothing like that. But if you're not real familiar with roofing, look into it. And if you're scared of heights, don't do it higher. But I've been doing this crap since I was a kid. A lot of people tell you to draw your chalk line out all the way through it, but I can guesstimate pretty much. I can still see the line, the chalk line that the roofer had used. So I'm not going to remeasure and re-chalk it. So I think I'll be good at that. If I have to adjust it left or right, I will. That's going to overlap your the old cap. If you're starting over new, you know, you want to put the cap shingle so far in and start your ridge vent over top of it. This provides long shingles. This provides long nails to penetrate. I think it's 3 inch. And this roofing job's gonna be I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a little lap end, and it tells you which end to start with. So we're putting a start in on this end. We're going to work our way that way. That way, the next ridge vent, it'll actually overlap the cap, and it has this little slot, and to help hold the water out. You have your nail holes for the ridge vent. I'm going to put 2 ridge vents down, then start capping, and just work my way across the roof like that. And another thing about it too, that you have a center line that will make it a little bit easier. This little dotted center line, if you have any guesstimations on it, just line it up with the center beam that runs down your roof. And what people say online is to get started, nail one side, then pull it tight and nail the other side. So I'm gonna try that and get started at it. Let me see if I can do this without screwing it up and having to pull it back off. Easy. I got these particular ridge vents at Home Depot, and they were $7.94 each, 10 to the box, and I got 2 boxes, so let's see, 40, 80 foot. I hope I got enough. If not, I'll be topping this up and going back to the Home Depot. So, Yeah, a little bit off on the other side. I'm gonna have to compensate for it, or it may just be the. I see what it is. The center beam wiggling back and forth. So we're good. I'm just gonna continue the pattern that I'm on right now. I'm gonna run the ridge vent first, then come back and do the cap shingles, and kind of on a roll now. So we'll do it this way. One thing, I'll start it, line it up, get one over here, then I'll come back and nose across. That way it won't be drifting up and down as I'm down. I pretty much control it.